Welcome to Lacie's lineup, and it is the off season, and the Cowboys are continuing their streak of everything you do wrong in a football season. So let's not waste any more time. Your girl is hot, and she's ready to discuss this circus of a show that's called Trying to Find the Head Coach for the Dallas Cowboys. So let's get going. All right, guys. I cannot keep quiet any longer. This has gone on way too long. This is insanity. We struggled through the worst season I have seen in my lifetime, and it just is getting worse. We get rid of Mike McCarthy, which should have happened a while ago, even though Mike McCarthy, I was excited about him. He was coming in, but he is just another puppet to Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is the problem. I think we all agree with that situation. He doesn't let coaches give any of their input. He has to have a coach that is a yes man, and it is proving in this search for the next Dallas Cowboy head coach. These candidates, we aren't even looking, guys. News break. I promise you, it is going to be our current offensive coordinator, Schottenheimer, is going to be our next head coach. How do we feel about that, Cowboys? I know I'm sick to my stomach. How are you going to take an offensive coordinator who just went 7-10, and he was part of the worst season we've seen in a really long time, and he wasn't even play calling? I don't even know if he truly did anything but wear a Cowboy shirt on the sideline. I know he has come from different things and he has, somewhat of a resume, but it's nothing. We have to have a generational change. We need somebody with culture. We need somebody that can just take over, but it's not going to happen as long as Jerry Jones does not step back. Jerry, you have money. Sit back. Don't you want to see the Cowboys do something in your lifetime? You're going to have to release it. You are the problem. I don't know how much more we can tell you that in our society. Every time you get online, it is somebody saying, Jerry Jones is the problem, Jerry Jones is the problem, and he just laughs it off. He thinks he is not the problem. He was all in last year, which is just the biggest joke. We can't even understand anything that he says anymore. You had Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn. These were proven generational. They knew that they can produce. They knew that they could get places. I know that they just lost in a form, but they're credible. They're young. They're innovative. That is what we need. We cannot keep getting these old school coaches and think we're going to make a change. But Jerry Jones is old school. That's what he's going to do. That's all he's ever going to do. And it is frustrating. I'm not saying I'm not a Dallas Cowboy fan. I unfortunately am a lifer. And that's why I'm so passionate about this. You guys, he has to stop. Stop the bleeding. We are losing way too many people. And I think it's because of Dak Prescott. We just paid him. So he's our future for at least 3 more years, right? Unless he has another non-contact injury, and then I see if we assess that, because obviously that happened this year. But why would you even promote Schottenheimer? What did he do for you except lose games? He was never in anything. I didn't even see him I actually forgot that he was our offensive coordinator. They never show him. I don't see him being vocal. There was just Deion Sanders. Okay, here's my take on Deion Sanders, everybody. Deion Sanders, I don't think is the mastermind of coaching. I think he is capable of being outcoached by many coaches in the NFL league. But one thing Deion Sanders brings is I think he brings a big personality. I think he brings a culture. I think he gets kids to believe. And I think he's a gamer. He's prime time. But a big personality. Is Jerry going to go for that? Heck no. He's not going to do it. And that's why all this, everyone thinking, come on, Deion, you have the media saying Deion is the only answer. It's not happening. Jerry Jones is just stringing this along so that he can get Cowboys staying in the talks until he finalizes a deal with a guy that's already in his building. Pete Carroll, I know now he's at the Raiders, but I call him the gum chewer. I don't think he does anything. I never even liked him at USC. So we just are not. Deion Sanders on the list right now is the only thing that I feel like would make a change for next year. But it's not going to happen. You guys, it's not going to happen. Stop wasting your post on Facebook. Stop saying Deion Sanders is going to be it. It's not happening. It's not happening. I promise you, the Cowboys will stay scripted. They will go through their little process, which they're doing, right? And it's going to be Schottenheimer. We are literally going to go through another year like we did this year, if not worse. Are we ready for that? Because I'm not. I cannot believe the way that this went down. This is terrible. I cannot sit quiet. I had to talk to you guys about this because it is killing me. Every time I get on and I hear, second interview with Schottenheimer, this was the plan all along. They're literally just making it a media circus, trying to act like they're vetting all these different head coaches, and they're not. Look how fast the, Patriots and the Raiders, look how fast they're hiring. And we are not doing any of that. We are literally just trying to make it a media crap show. That's really what we're doing. And we are going to hire the worst candidate possible. Now, I don't know Schottenheimer on a level. I'm not trying to just bash this guy. But in the NFL, your record precedes you, and he has a terrible track record. But yet, that is the new face. That's our replacement for Mike McCarthy. Might as well have kept Mike. I think there's underlining there that he was not, I think he walked away. I think Jerry was trying to keep him, but it's crazy. You block him from being interviewed by the Bears, and then 2 days later, you release him. What is going on? I need someone to give us true answers on this. Tell me your logic. Tell me your thinking, because everything that I am seeing and reading, you guys are going the opposite direction. We do not want another year. You now have the Eagles and the Commanders in the NFC Championship game. We are the laughing stock of the NFC right now. Jerry, you have to make a big change. You need to hire a GM. You need to hire a young, innovative, proven coach that can develop in this new generation. You got to get away from the Zimmers. Zimmer should have gone too. If we're truly rebuilding, get rid of all of them. Bring in new. But no, we are going to stick with people in-house that was a part of the worst season we've had. Come on, Jerry. Your fans are so invested, and maybe that's the problem. Maybe he knows that we are going to stay invested. He's still going to sell his seats, and he doesn't care. But Jerry, you are older. You are running out of time to see the Cowboys play for a Super Bowl again. So you're all ins, or, you're rebuilding. This could take 3 to 4 years, but you're rebuilding with the wrong people. You are letting people leave. You're paying the likes of Zeke Elliott. How did that work out for you? And you let a Derrick Henry walk. You let a Aaron Jones walk. You sign a Dalvin Cook to your practice squad who never played, yet we were last in all run aspects this past season. Help me understand. I need you guys to help me understand. I am literally at a loss for words, and I do a podcast. I talk football all day, but I am at a loss of words. Deion is the only answer. And I'm not saying he was the best answer, but in this line of candidates, he is the only answer to give us a little bit of hope going into next season. No one is going to be behind Schottenheimer except for maybe Dak, but I think Dak is only doing it because of his job security. Deion brings rumors of Shador. Come on. Are we here to win or are we here to make the most money and be terrible? I mean, we are not playing like we want to be contenders. It all starts in the offices, and we have to make these decisions. We need to stop worrying about hurting feelings. We need to stop bringing back people who were just loyal to us or who played for us. You got to go with the best option. So, Jerry, come on. You have to be better in this situation. You had the worst year last year because of your decisions leading up to the year. And it even came down to 2 minutes before we played in our first game when you decided to pay Dak the highest paid quarterback. How did that work out for you? Not very well, did it? Since you had to pay his medical bills too. Come on, Cowboys, we have to get our heads back on straight. And it has to be frustrating for these players who are like the Micah Parsons. He came out and said, I don't need to be the highest paid. I want people around me. That's the mentality. I call it the Tom Brady mentality. We have to have that thinking. We got to get people in and fill these gaps. But we're not going to do that when we have management making these decisions. Get a coach who can do it and let him go do it. Stop letting him have to ask permission from you, Jerry, on if he's allowed to do it. Let him go coach. That's what you hire him for. This is just unbelievable, guys. I mean, it is unbelievable. It's going to be Schottenheimer. Wait, it's coming out very soon. It's going to be him. Now, there is some talks on the offensive coordinator being Jason Witten, but I mean, he coaches high school right now. Yes, he was a great tight end when he played for us, but is he ready to lead an offensive coordinator position? These are the questions we need answers to. Stop messing around, get into the offices and figure this out. Be contenders, not what's going to get you the most media. You've had a lot of negative media. We need to turn this around and show that we are America's team. I'm tired of it. I really need answers, and I think our listeners and all our fans need it too. So, Jerry, this is my last words to you. You really need to look in the mirror and find out, is this going to be something that gets you to the Super Bowl? Right now, I can tell you the mirror is telling you no. So figure it out, and please don't make it Schottenheimer. But guys, it's going to be. That's my 2 cents today. I'll be back to kind of fill you in once this goes down, but sorry, Cowboy fans, we need to prepare for a Schottenheimer head coach of the Cowboys. Buckle up. I think it's going to be another bumpy couple of years. Until then, I'll be back to report the latest. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for letting me vent. But we need answers. Until next time, your girl is signing off.